That's just my own point. I can turn myself off. I can turn my brain off, not turn myself off. That is very, very different wording and everything like that or so. That is not what I'm... That is not what I meant to do. Of course, then again, considering how I already have a pretty low drive anyway, when it comes to me saying anything of that line itself. Anyway, it's not too far-fetched off from the truth or so. But getting back to it, I can turn my brain off easily when it comes to, I guess, general gaming more to a fault itself. Then when it comes to art, since I want to be putting in as much effort as I can into making my product look nicer. I say product, my product, considering how, yeah, I am an artist to a actual good extent, since my Fire Emblem style pixel art has very much so done numbers in the past. And it's not that I'm really, it's not that I'm strapped for tasks where I'm constantly seeking out clients. Oh, fudge. Alright, just tut this one. I thought I could rotate that out and around. It's fine. I have... Okay. Every time I say I have zone, I can bail myself out. I have absolutely bricked my zone usage. So let's just slow it down, Cruzy. Okay. What is this summer home that you have absolutely made a fool out of yourself of, Cruzy? Let's just put down blots. Put down blots. Say whatever. We'll build our way down slowly but surely on this end. I don't feel good about that, but it's alright, it's alright. Alright. Mostly recovered. There's no reason for me to put the lines there, but it's alright. I didn't get to rotate that? Hello? Okay, things are speeding up a little bit here. But getting back to it again, that is horrible rotations. Yeah, no. Comparatively, from games like, yeah, Balatro, Lost Prince of Legend, or so then to art, it's not my forte, and I already recognize that just through the amount of time I've been putting into the Rabbit and Steel, into the Rabbit and Steel mod for myself. Okay, let's stop stun locking ourselves on that. Let's just not die, considering I don't have zone to bail me out anymore, and I am building a huge summer home on the side, which is not good at all. Okay, it's slowed down, so that's decent, as I absolutely beef another placement. Oh my goodness gracious, Cruzy, what are you doing here? What are you doing sometimes? Well, you are doing your best, but unfortunately your best is definitely not enough when it comes to cutting corners here. Okay, good. Still working on that fan art for you, and have a try getting how you want. I mean, I have so many details on myself for my Maid. I don't fault you. I already forgot my big ribbon on the back on my first drafts of making my what's his face, my Rabbit and Steel mod. So that was embarrassing to come back to me like, wait a second, I feel kind of naked near my legs. I definitely have something there, and then just looking down at my own reference sheet and my own character that I have been for the past year and a little bit more, and just going, oh. But brother, just take your time on it. It's fan art. It should be a passion project, and that's just as simple as it should be. So no obligation to finish it anytime within the next day, week, month, year at all. Just have your fun with it, Austin. That's all I want out of you with it here, okay? So yeah. Okay, this is not necessarily what I want out of everything here. And once again, the speed makes me uncomfortable, and it makes me just want to drop. We're fine though, we're fine. I always have placements for these pieces at the very least. It's not like I'm struggling on this end. I just have a whole bottom half that is kind of useless to me at the moment. Let me rotate it! Okay, let's do it. Look, I use zone to slow things down and hopefully I can exactly so clear the lanes a little bit more for myself here with how much I need more affordable retail space. Okay, decent. That gets me down to a third of the screen. Really wish I could have got more, but it's fine. Okay. Okay, we're fine, we're fine. Oh, you see, I don't like it when you speed me up all the way to like 11 through 15 just about here. I just want to be able to relax and get to commentate. Exactly so. Come on now. But yeah, just I really do hope at the very least the soft benchmark I have for myself when it comes to that mod is going to be July 24th, so my birthday. And I want to be able to say, yeah, you can now play as me in a video game for my birthday. I say as I already do have a mod, and that is 100% orange juice mod that Mittens did a very long time ago, 2 years ago, for me and a few other GaleForce members, right? Forgetting Shadow Fairly, or Echo, and more, and everything like that or so. So just, you know, it's another notch to my repertoire, and to be able to say, yeah, I'm famous. Haven't you played me in the hit game 100% Orange Juice or Rabbit and Steel? And also, I haven't done proper art in forever either. This is once again a very big pride and accomplishment point for me to be able to say, I picked up my tablet after forever again, and I have churned out what I consider to be pretty successful artwork of myself, and what works seamlessly as a character mod. That just feels good in general, you know? Not the right rotation, but I have the correct J/L piece. I can only remember the piece names just due to Puyo Puyo Tetris naming the original characters after the bots themselves. I mean, J, L, T, etc, etc, etc. That is always just going to be a high mark when it comes to thinking about that game, and also just the hilarity itself, of course. Are people learn them that way? Yeah! So I can never remember what you could say, yeah, are those squiggly bots, but I can remember the twins, J and L. Double mischief, way too much. Both from how many people played them online, and also just, you know, that's iconic and cool, and it's a really thematic way to remember what is literally, it's Tetraminos, people! They are literally Tetris bots! But the Puyo Puyo series gave them a whole personality and a little bit more to boot, which is so cool and cute. If you haven't played Puyo Puyo Tetris / Puyo Puyo Tetris 2 again, then you should reconsider now. Oh, darn it, dude. That is absolutely horrible. But yeah, like, that's just a really cute, both mnemonic way to remember them, because their names are exactly how their bots are. Not to mention design-wise and everything more, but that's just me enjoying that game. Too bad Steam sale just ended. Yeah, I didn't actually jump the gun on it then, just because I already, you know, got Tetris Effect here, Amy, back then or so. I say back then, I think I got this on with Cobalt Core. And I also got Window Kill, but that's just more for my own enjoyment, not for stream. For on the Steam sale, but that was like midway through it, and then that's just where I kind of called it there. Absolute travesty in your building placement again, Cruzy. But it's fine. We can work this down. Oh, I froze in my build there. Why is it every time I'm like, ooh, I can set up a T-spin, then I absolutely make the most dog water summer home on the other side of the board, just because I'm just like, all right, instead of waiting for a line piece, I'm just waiting for a T piece. Where's my T piece? Where's the piece? I could use it anytime now, game. And then it just says, no, you don't get to have any fun. Oh, it's fine. No, it's not the end of the world, but it sure does feel horrible to just see any progress I was working towards just evaporate away like so. Yeah, I mean, too bad, but then again, it's my own fault for trying to show off in the decades-old game that is Tetris. We're saying, yeah, I can do T-spins on an elementary, basic, rudimentary level. How could you tell? I probably used the wrong piece. I probably used the wrong piece to just use a T right there when I didn't need to do my T to prep a T-spin, but it's whatever. I feel like going back to talking about, yeah, playing, I guess, yeah, if I'm going to be versing in like PPT, for example, or so, Amy, I can do T-spins, or I can recognize and set up T-spins, like, if I have a moment of calm and clarity. But but if things start speeding up, or if I start getting frustrated, yeah, I'm not the fastest thinker on my feet, unfortunately, here. I can definitely just sustain hits or so, but when it came to me playing with my friends back then, like, my Puyo side was definitely weaker to my Tetris side, I remember then. But, oh, what am I doing? Oh, what am I doing? I could have set up a T-spin, no, on the corner there, but it's not the biggest thing. Rather, I'd set up a T-spin, even though it wouldn't have cleared a line. But, I just like doing 2 wides because I understood how the combo scaling of the combo scaling worked back then. And I was able to really kill my friends who really only like setting up full Tetrises and all. Because back then, I remember, like, when I got recommended a random video of, like, Wumbo ties, absolutely just destroying people on PPT. Just like, yeah, like, what's the eponymous video by Wumbo? The Tetris player is at a slight disadvantage. And then that was how I first found PPT, and then I just got into it from there on, and then everything more. But overall, like, yeah, just casually play. I'm just a casual player once again, chilling out, just having my fun time, and that was just, yeah, the college game to play with friends. Because high school, I was already getting myself basically out of my Smash era. My Smash era was high school. And then I recognized that I did not have the reflexes to keep up with the newer generation. So that's when I dropped Smash, basically, then. Smile? On a more competitive level for Smash, when it comes to, is my point here. I could still play casually, but otherwise, my more competitive friends definitely continued to beat the tar out of me on a regular weekly basis, and it did not feel good. But I could play Puyo Puyo Tetris, and it's not like nobody's gonna turn down a friendly PPT or so in the college, yeah, video gaming room. I mean, everybody knows how to play Tetris at the very least. So, you can still have, yeah, beginners duking it out. And quite frankly, those beginner matches when it's really not even them sending attacks to each other, but you're just seeing which of your friends to just survive and outlast the other because they just made less mistakes than their competition. Those are hype matches. Those are hype matches to really just put your money on. Just say, go, dude, you can do it. You can survive. You can just outlast 2 more lines of pressure. I say as immediately speeds up to 13, and I am drowning. I had to use my zone, so just gotta eat these bots. I just realized I could have also built on the side a little bit there. Oh, not the best. Cruzy, I need to get to the side. I'm surprised I haven't game overed once. Yeah, I mean, it's normal mode for the Effect journey. Quite frankly, I've been weathering the storm with a lot of these ridiculous speeds here, and I'm pretty impressed by myself, if I do say so. I want to be able to brag and say, yeah, I've done this so far! Don't lock in place. Oh. Try. I want to try. I want to try. I got 2 O's. Okay, we're fine. So, you know, people are able to have good reflexes at all times. Yeah. You're at $5. I know, but at the same time, I was just whatever about it then. I'm glad I still have good reflexes. No, yeah, dude, like, I'm telling you once again. Maybe, actually, you know what? I'll play some X Defiant tonight, because then I can really showcase how I don't subscribe to the what's his face, to how the newer generation is able to put in a million different inputs, you know, jump, tap, strafe, everything like that or so, and run away. And run away from fights follow straight. I have like, for my shooter side, I have 1000% regressed to, alright, I'm the old man with the LMG because I don't have to have the perfect aim, but I have crap aim, I have crap tracking, but I do have 125 bullets in this clip, and I just need at least 10 of them to hit you. So I can just keep spraying down corners and all of that, and funny enough. Yeah. Let's do a little bit of X Defiant tonight to showcase. Right, my reflexes aren't completely shot comparatively, but once again, the Zoomer generation absolutely outclasses me on that end. That, and also I do think, since I am keyboard and mouse compared to controller players in modern day shooter ecosystems where aim assist very much so has always been the contentious topic, and will continue to be until the end of time. And once again, I'll throw out Apex as a shining example for how a game that has 2 overtuned aim assists could absolutely create its own festering ecosystem within itself. Yeah, Chief. There's, of course, going to be a lot of discourse on what, well, not only best input is, but how well people can just take advantage of it at that point. It's unfortunate to see, but look, I've been enjoying X Defiant once again. Casually so, without any remorse necessarily, and once again, it feels like the game I can actually compete with others with. Am I going on the ranked ladder on X Defiant? Oh, definitely not anytime soon. But I can enjoy it as a casual game, and at the very least, once again, it's free to play, which was a win in my book, and what's his face? It's not going to take up my entire computer space, unlike any COD game would nowadays. So that's also another win in my book when it comes to picking up that game as a new current shooter. I guess I could also play Apex too, but X Defiant, I can get into a match for like 7 minutes and then not really have to care, whereas with Apex, I'm saying this in the context of like random teammates or so, or what could come on by. But I guess, yeah, X Defiant fits more in line with just just a traditional shooter more than Apex, which is a battle royale shooter. So I'll be able to just showcase those old man reflexes I'm priding myself on. Gundo Burr. Heavy guns are fun to use too, without a doubt. But, you know, you can't deny, like, I think my favorite discourse that I remember seeing was like a good month ago or so, when I saw somebody post on Twitter, like a TikTok clip of like, there was like this, he looked like to be like in his good like 20s or so streamer playing COD. He was bunny hopping, he was neo strafing, he was doing all the weird zoomer tech that you see nowadays or so, like running around in I'm guessing like the Warzone, or I think, is it still Warzone? Dude, that's telling you how out of touch I am right now. But the fact is that, yeah, I'm just in the COD Warzone or Blackout. No, Blackout was old. Like Black Ops 4 days and whatever. You get my point. I am not in tune with it, and I'm not trying to say, oh, I'm old. This is how old I am. No, I'm legitimately like grasping at straws for the COD stuff here. The fact is, he was doing all this weird movement tech, and then he barges into a building, like slamming open the door. See, it's like a guy shoots at him who was just like holding the angle beforehand, and then the streamer dies to it, and then he just goes on a streaming rant about how can people be playing the game like this and be playing so boring. Or there's another clip from like the same guy I remember where somebody tagging him this you on how he was playing solos in that same, I think, like Warzone or whatever it was. He downside one guy, like neo strafing, whatever. I guess a good movement tech on his side in that case then. And then the guy's team, the guy who he's down, his teammates all come around. Like, okay, yeah, go around. They miss a bunch of times because the guy's moving around like an absolute maniac jacked on steroids. And he finally goes down afterwards, and then he has the exact same reaction of like, how can you guys play lame like this? Oh my god! Like, is that the rain rot the COD players are on? That you have to be moving at Mach 10 like you're freaking playing Quake, and then treating it lame when people are playing as a team right next to each other and you queued in solos into this game mode that clearly has you trying to make the next TikTok montage of 1v5ing a team, an entire team by yourself. Like, holy crap, are you guys entitled? That is absolute both streamer brain rot and also like, I feel like the COD kitties are absolutely privileged for what they have, but also I think that shooters in general too, because you have the Fortnite kids who have both grown up and also what I consider to be a pretty golden age of Fortnite, with how they have, you know, they've had constant bangers from Fortnite Festival to Lego Fortnite to everything going on, and for, even though I don't play it, my friends that do, you know, they'll always go back to it all on that end, right? So it's just, it's interesting for me to see overall on how the Zoomer community enough, and of course I'm making a very big straw man when I'm picking out that one clip, and well, I guess that one streamer that had the 2 clips that I'm referencing here on Twitter, but I can't deny it's pretty funny when they're getting mad at good old-fashioned teamwork. They don't make COD lobbies like they used to. Please don't go back to those days. I don't see how people can romanticize and say, romanticize and say you wouldn't last 10 minutes in like the COD lobbies that I grew up with. You mean to tell me that like you want to go back to where it was absolutely just blatant racism and more in those COD lobbies than anything more? You just say, yeah, that's what I had to grow up with. Yeah, I might have grown up in the slums of gaming, but now but I'm saying that you wouldn't have grown up in it too. No, I don't want my friends to be exposed to that same end and everything like that or so. That's a side of the internet that is very. I had locked that piece in. It would have been perfect, and then I panicked and brought it back out. Okay, lock in for 2 seconds, Cruzy. Don't die at the finish line here, please. But going back to that point overall, just why would people want? Why do people want to romanticize and say COD lobbies were it back then? They were not it. They were their own things back then. Never done any competitive shooter. Only done like Destiny 2. Campion's always viable there. I mean, the little bit that I played back then was Destiny 1 when it came out free on the Blizzard launcher, if I remember correctly. So this was college days when Destiny 2 came out. I remember playing a little bit of the campaign, being mildly interested at most. Oh, I just realized I have Infinite Zone just because I hit 90 lines, but the zone was still going just because it's the last area of the game. But being mildly interested, trying out the PvP, and because all guns are balanced, it was just alright, treat myself to the power weapon of my rocket launcher once per life. And then I was like, alright, I guess this is decent of a game overall. What more can I really say at that end then? But that's my extent with Destiny. But for me, I have played so much shooters, both casually and competitively, throughout my life. The most competitive I've done back then, and sad to say, I played in my college Overwatch team all the way back then and all. But that, you know, that's its own phase, and I'm not gonna look down for people who still like Blizzard or so. I dropped out of it after all the BlitzCon stuff, and all my friends are in solidarity basically on that, so that's just how it is. Plus, it's not like Overwatch is going anywhere, or World of Warcraft, or Blizzard, or COD. They're not going anywhere anytime soon at all, or so. Here's where the Storm got destroyed during my college days too, which does suck, but what more can you say at that end? But yeah, I feel like there's been a lot of peaks that I've played for my competitive games. On the shooter side though, it was really only... Actually, no. So, Overwatch, I got into Masters in like Season 3. I think that was like my peak or so back then. Halo Infinite, on its highest ranked, Season 1. Splitgate, I think I got Diamond 3 without even doing anything. That was really just my placement matches. Back when Splitgate was a thing. If you want to consider Knockout City the third-person dodge brawler back then, that was also me getting Diamond Raid, which was the highest rank there for 2 seasons in a row, and then you know, the game died Season 3 basically. Sad to say, Velen Studios, my beloved. If only Knockout City was more popular, because I absolutely love that game, and we should have gotten way more soundtracks to it all. Soundtracks and popularity to it all. And even then, it's like, what games are I playing competitively now? I mean, Eternal Return is a MOBA. Omega Strikers is a MOBA-esque And I've gotten Mithril in seasons 1 through 3 of Eternal Return so far, so highest rank. I've gotten to, what's his face? Challenger enough for Omega Strikers, which is funny considering how that's the game I've probably spent the most time on the competitive ladder in my streaming career, and yet I have not broken too far past it, and well, that's just how it's going. I was stuck one game from Diamond Overwatch for like 4 seasons. Yeah, I mean, that's how it goes. Paladins is better in your mind. I forgot about Paladins! I never played that competitively, actually. That could be a game I could go back to for Shitty Game Squad with some of my boys. I'd like to see how much has changed, actually. Oh, Paladins was there, but unfortunately, it was always second fiddle once Overwatch came out. You know. What's Paladins? It is the hero shooter MOBA developed by Hi-Rez Studios.